Hey, good evening everyone. So today I want to give my take on probably the best isekai I've seen in years, which is, as you already know, probably Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku is a very well animated isekai anime. The story follows a 30-year-old man who is very antisocial, has no friends or family, and who was also bullied a lot in his life. And we follow him as he is reborn in a world of magic. Differently from most isekai though, he is reborn in another body as a newborn baby. But, of course, he still has all of his memories from his past life. So, as a 30-year-old on a 40-year-old body, he stares at his mom's and maid's breasts all the time, as if nobody could see the sexual intentions behind his look. And he's kinda right. They can see it. It's fucking weird. But they can't actually put their finger on why it's so fucking weird the way that he looks at them. So, from a very young age, he discovers himself with an endowed talent for magic. As he finds some spell books in his house, he easily achieves great levels of power just practicing on his own. As his parents learned this, they decide to hire a tutor for him. And this tutor happens to be a young-looking girl, but no, she's not young. She's actually 50 though, you know? And now he and his tutor start to practice together and spend their days and nights just working on magic. And just to point one scene out here that really stands out to me, and it fucking weirds me out, is when his parents are having sex and you can notice it just by the sounds, and he decides to go try to peek at them and see if he can see something interesting. As a kid, he's not even 10 yet. And as he tries to make his way out of his room, he sees his tutor touching herself. That was pretty unnecessary, if I would say so myself. I mean, there was no reason for that scene. There's never a reason for the sons of sex, and there's never a reason for you to have that kind of scene. I mean, there was no point in that. Nope, nothing good came out of that. But it happened. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, but his name in this new world is Rubius. So after a very short period, his tutor teaches him everything and she ends up leaving him. So after a very short period, his tutor teaches him everything. And as she does, she ends up leaving him because she doesn't have anything else to pass on to him. And when she does that, she leaves behind a rod that she made for Rudius. So, on this part from now on, I'll do a little bit of a fast forward. So, what happens is, Rudius meets a girl. He likes her. He takes off her clothes, even when she states she doesn't want to.
そんなにおかしな形をしているのか？なんだよ。俺だけ裸なんて不公平じゃん。
わかったよ。その代わり後でちゃんと履き替えろよ。
と見せかけて。
He makes peace with her, and they have a mutual feeling of love toward each other. A 7-year-old lady and a 40-year-old man. No, that's nothing wrong here. See, it's just anime, my dude. Carry on. Getting back to it, he wants to leave the town and go to the magic university with the girl, but his father can't pay for both students. So he asks for a job for his father and, well, he gets one. But the job is just far away from the village and from his loved one. Now, on this journey, his new job is to teach a red-haired tsundere girl how to read, do math, and magic. By the way, she is also around the age of 12, if I'm not wrong. From here on now, the anime gets pretty good. We have already had amazing animation, but now the story gets a little bit more intricate and interesting. Now we get some amazing fighting scenes. Now we have some amazing fighting scenes and action sequences. The animation is still as good as it was before, and the choreography is pretty nice. And then, in the midst of all of this, we have a 40-year-old trying to kiss and have sex with a 12-year-old. It's okay, man. It's okay, it's just anime. It's not real life. They're not committing any crimes here. You see, there aren't even laws in this world, right, dude? Yeah, carry on. And this is what bothered me the most about this anime. Out of all the great stuff that happens, the interesting storytelling, the fun and enjoyable characters, the great animation, the only thing that breaks the experience when you're watching it is the fact that there's a 40-year-old inside the kid's body. Please, if you can explain this to me, tell me, why couldn't this anime work with Rudeus being a prodigy? Why did he have to be a 40-year-old man who was reborn in the body of a child? Can you answer these questions for me? I don't think you can. I don't think it's possible. I see no reason for us to have Rudeus as a 40-year-old instead of just a prodigy. We would still have a great anime. It would still be an quote-unquote isekai, and it would be awesome. And it would not have these problems, these gigantic problems. And if that's what you want, if you want really a 40-year-old in there, in the body, then why do you have all of these complete immoral scenes and acts? Why do we have all of this child abuse? There's no other way to say it. Why do we have that? Why in the world do we have that in this anime? Why can't he act like a 40-year-old would actually act? Oh, but he was bullied. Oh, but he was antisocial, had no social. It doesn't fucking matter. You're a 40-year-old, have not learned anything. In your 2 lives, with 40 years of experience, you have learned nothing about how you should act. My God, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And again, you cannot convince me of the fact that we needed a grown man on this kid's body for the anime to work. The only thing that brings us is some annoying, immoral, illegal, and disgusting sexual scenes are of not even sex, but actual abuse of children. And I fucking hate that. I hate it. But if you like the anime, I can see why. I understand it. It's the best isekai I've seen in years. The story is nice, everything I said about it. The story, the animation, the characters, it's good. But it is as degenerate, and actually even worse, than the fucking redo of the healer. It's just not as explicit, but if you put it on the balance, it's even worse. How can it be even worse than the redo of the healer? And there's only one way to be worse than that. That is to use children and abuse children and exploit children. And this, it happens a little bit. It happens a little bit. I don't like it. I dislike it very much, actually. In the end, a good anime with this much degeneracy in it is not more deserving than a 5 for me. It cannot go higher. It can't go much lower, as low as a 1. I would completely understand that, but to me, it is a 5, because if somebody cut all of these sexual and child abuse scenes, I would enjoy the hell out of it. But these scenes, they just break the entire experience. You forget about it, you do. But as soon as you remember that there's a 40-year-old inside that boy, everything just gets a little bit more... it gets worse. But anyways, this is what I had to say. Good anime with bad shit makes bad anime. I hope you have a good experience with it if you haven't watched it yet. But keep in mind that you're gonna have to see and sit through a lot of child abuse scenes. But besides that, the anime is good. I have been Samurai Maya, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. If you did not, leave a dislike down below. And if you want to see more like this, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, recommend it to your friends. Tell them how you found a video about an anime that's actually worse than Radio of the Healer. I would really appreciate that. See ya.